It was the 1990s, a big show in a small town off I-75 in Georgia. They were called the biggest cocks in the henhouse. But things have changed since then. It's been 30 years, and they finally found a home here, like everyone else, doing a podcast. It's Eroca and Mark, the phone call podcast thing.
Hello, one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There I am, too. Well, we should just start the podcast like this instead of saying hello, because that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I know. Does people really think?
All right, let's just, okay, here. You can edit it in. Hello?
There we go.
You like that?
Yes.
The magic of podcasting and radio. It's magic. Mark's making notes right now. Got to edit this in here because I'm going to forget.
Yeah, because I'll put it in the beginning and then it'll be like, no, I could just separate a little bit, put that, and then make the ring go.
Good for you for knowing that you have to write things down, because so many people are like, no, I'll remember that, and they never do.
No.
I know.
No.
Me too.
I don't remember
I have notes.
anything.
Look at this. I have a little notepad right here next to my computer that have my doctor's appointments on. Oh, and I see my daughter has found my notepad, and she has written something on there. Can you read that? It just says balls, which, hilarious, Dana.
I'm not sure what she needs.
Because she knows what I do. When somebody is voice texting and I'm standing next to them, I'll wait for them to be done. And you know how as soon as you're done voice texting, you hit send really fast, right? Well, in that time to where somebody's done voice texting and the time that they hit send, I like to just yell, balls, and then they hit send, and then it says balls at the end of their message. And when it works, solid prank. Solid prank.
Man.
It's fantastic. Like, especially if they have an Android, if they're like a poor person, because you can't edit those. But if you have an iPhone, you can edit that out. But if you're a poor person with an Android phone, you're stuck. Your Obama phone will not allow you to edit that.
Yeah. Obama wants to know when you yell
Exactly.
balls.
Obama don't want no edits. And he's going to make sure that he gets the whole truth and nothing but the truth from you.
But the truth.
Yeah. Anyway.
As any good lawyer should.
Exactly. And he's probably, was he a lawyer or was he a community organizer? I forget. What's going on with you, Mark? What kind of bad news do we have for the three listeners we have today, other than I have arthritis and I'm going to see a rheumatologist and my face still hurts. But other than that, what else is going on?
Remember that old joke?
No.
Does your face hurt?
Oh, yeah, it's killing me. Yeah. No,
Thank you.
Mark.
You're old.
Hey, Mark, my face hurts. What do you think about that? Huh?
Your face hurts?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's killing me.
This is the kind of stuff that's going to be on the best of. Do we?
Yes.
Do we have a best of? No, we don't have that, do we?
No, I just said sort of.
We don't have a best of. We have a sort of. That's actually pretty funny. That's twice Mark has said something that I wish I'd thought of now in this podcast. Do you remember what the first one is? I'm still upset about.
No. Balls?
No. Balls on. I'm not definitely upset about that. No, when you had your internet radio station that was all like 80s and 90s hippie music called The Dorm.
Dorm,
What a
yes.
fucking great. God damn it, I'm mad at myself for not thinking of that.
Well, you can hook up Radio Hab and call it The Dorm.
Did you nuke The Dorm?
Yes, it's nuked.
So
I'm only operating one radio station.
So you would give me The Dorm.
Yes.
All right, consider this a verbal contract, because if I ever do bring back Radio Hab, I might bring it back as The Dorm. Because, God damn it, that's a great name. It hurts me.
It's a fun format.
I mean,
I've been listening to these people with their, these corporate radio stations now with their what are they calling it? It's kind of like I don't know what they're calling. They're calling it different names, but it's basically supposed to be like a classic new wave or classic alt.
It's first wave, channel 33 on Sirius XM. That's what that is.
Yeah, and I guess they're doing the same thing now on regular radio, and it's like, Friday I'm in love by The Cure. Out of all the songs,
I know. What are you playing that one for?
Oh my gosh, that's the best.
No, I want to hear the live version of Shake Dog Shake from the Hall of Fame. That's what I want to hear.
They are much better than radio.
Yeah.
allows them to be.
Yeah. I know. There actually is a radio station here in Sarasota of like a 25,000 watt FM on 106.5, which is owned by iHeart. That's what used to be the oldie station when I was at YNF, and then they moved. So they moved Z106 to 106.5, and then that was when it was oldies, and then that turned into WSRZ FM, which is kind of a classic hit station now. But 106.5 was still sitting there, and they didn't know what to do with it. So they put like Spanish music on it and called it like Rumbo 106.5. They moved the tower up to Palmetto. So the signal shot into Tampa and St. Petersburg, as well as Sarasota and Braden. But it didn't have quite enough power to get all of Tampa and St. Petersburg and all of Sarasota. So they had to do something with it. And then they decided they were going to do old school hip hop. So you could turn that station on and you will know every song. It's Tupac, it's Public Enemy, it's all the hip hop from the 90s and early 2000s. And you know every song. They're all edited to shit.
So no 80s at all?
Some 80s, yeah. There's a little bit of
good.
80s in there. But it's a really good little station. Stop calling me. Who's calling me? It's a really good little station. And it's just a shame that they can't, play uncensored versions of the songs, I guess is the best way to put it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. I
like the.
Hold on, Mark. I'm getting a call right now. All right. Let's say that this is. You're me. You're getting this call, and so when I get calls that come, that's all my spam calls are screened. So I get a transcript, and it says, "This is Olivia from Walmart Order Verification. A pre-authorized purchase of $919.45 for a PlayStation 5 and 3D headset has recently been placed on a Walmart account registered in your name and phone number. If you did not make this purchase, press 1 now to cancel the order, or immediately call us back at this same number." What should I do, Mark? Should I call them right now and put them on the podcast?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know, man. Because then they're going to know I'm a live person. I really don't. A, don't have a Walmart account. B, I only use my Amex, and I get a notification for everything. I get a text immediately when I buy something from Amex.
Yeah.
So, not super worried. But yeah, it really, I really want to answer.
And my credit card, that's not the Apple card, but my other credit card that I only have two. I have it set as low as if you charge $5.
Yeah, same with mine.
If I charge $5,
any charge I get on my debit card, which I never use, and I have my two Amexes and my Apple card. Any of those, I get an immediate text message, and if it's for over $500, I have to approve it on my phone. So I will get a text from myself that says, "Hey, are you trying to buy, whatever the hell this?" "Yes, I am. Let that one through," which is nice. So unless somebody's cloned my phone, I'm pretty safe.
Yes.
But if they've cloned my phone, then I'm pretty screwed. But let's just for fun check my Amex. Nope. I see I ate at Chipotle for $18 yesterday, which is true. And spent $793 on my car insurance, which is true, sadly. But yeah, that's it. No. I think I'm safe. I feel safe. I feel protected. Do you? Do you feel
Yes. Oh yeah. I don't they're getting really bold with the scams.
Yeah, I'm sure if I call, what was her name? Like Stacy, who just called me? What was the name? Oh, it was Olivia. I said, "Hello, this is Olivia from the Walmart." Mm-hmm. Is it? What's your last name, Olivia? Durkistan? Is that what your last name is?
I was going to say, what does your friends call you?
Yeah. What's your Christian name, Olivia?
What's your mom call you?
Yeah. What's your maiden name, Olivia? Your maiden name. My name is Olivia. Well, what's your maiden name? Do you have a different maiden name, or are you single? I'm not a maiden. So that's how you trip them up. You ask them American questions and see if they get confused.
I literally had a call come to me that they were looking for my brother because there was a warrant out for his arrest.
Oh, your brother. Oh, that's a shame.
I'm reading that off. I'm reading this thing off the screen.
Right.
So I don't bother. I don't, whatever. And what I did was I screenshot it, and I just decided to send it over to him.
Yeah.
Just so he knows.
Hey, sorry to hear you're in trouble.
And how they're calling my house. And you know what they use? They use the same area code as I have.
Yeah.
So so I sent it to him, and
and he lives where, in South Florida?
Yes, he lives over in Port St. Lucie.
Okay, yeah, so he's definitely not a Louisiana area code.
So I about 5 minutes later, he calls me, and he never calls me. Mm-hmm. And we call like when there's a hurricane at his doorstep or my doorstep.
This is the first time that you're addressing the existence of your brother on this.
You're having a brother, yes.
On the call.
He's 10 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
So he goes, this stuff is just driving me nuts. He says, when you text me that, as you were receiving your text, they were on the phone with me. So I said, don't call my parents. They're elderly.
He's talking about you.
Which he's not technically lying. I'm not his parent, but I am elderly. And you're going to give them a heart attack trying to scare them like that. He goes, I'm on the Florida site for warrants and
Yeah,
and I don't see my name anywhere. And he goes, you're going to have to go back pretty far to find one that was mentioned my name.
Wait, your brother has had warrants?
He had to go back into the 80s to find that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, we were a rough crowd.
Yeah. I mean, the east coast of Florida is pretty much South New Jersey. It is.
But it was so funny, and it's like that. So then we ended up having a nice conversation. We haven't talked on the phone, and that wasn't an emergency. Ever.
Why are you guys not friends? Why? What is it?
I don't know. Well, we had a little bit of a falling out when my dad passed.
Fighting about money.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, and he and I weren't. I just told him, he wanted, my dad left his condo in Boca Raton. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what I wanted to do was sell it and move on. But he wanted to rent it out because the real estate still wasn't doing so well. Mm-hmm. But you got to remember, my dad was a drinker and a smoker.
Yes.
What do you think the condo smelled like?
Oh, all the bad things that no one would ever live in, that you would have to either burn the condo or replace literally everything inside for human, to live there again.
It smelled a lot like a bar does. Uh-huh.
Cigarettes and spilled.
After everyone had left.
Oh, yeah. I bet the floor was all sticky too.
Spilled dreams and cigarettes.
Yeah. I don't even want to know what else was spilled in there. Let's not think about that. Oh.
When we moved the picture off the wall, I thought the wall like mine, like a beige color.
Yeah.
I always thought his walls were beige.
Yeah.
When they took the picture off the wall, behind it was pure white paint.
Nice white paint. Yeah.
The tar makes a real, tar paint.
Yeah.
They should make that. They should sell that tar yellow.
I think that's.
Very pretty.
I think that's racist now. You can't call it that.
Tar.
You can't do that. Like going to Home Depot. Yeah, man, can I get some tar yellow paint? Oh, sir, don't say that loud in here. Jesus, you trying to get me fired?
So anyway, he wanted to rent it. I didn't want to. I said, you could buy me out for the value of the home. Mm-hmm. I'll just take a third, and then you can sell it whenever. And I'll sign a piece of paper that says, if you get no matter what you get, I can't have it.
I don't care. Just give me a third of this number right here. Yes. And that didn't work out?
Well, he didn't want to do that, but he was just kind of disappointed.
I see. He was looking for a little bit of revenue, a little bit of mailbox money coming in.
I think, yeah, and and it was just that kind of thing. So we did, but I did when I did my first step study. I did make amends to him, face to face.
How did he receive that?
Like you're supposed to. He was good with it.
Okay, good.
I think we love each other. I just think we're just kind of different people. I mean, we're 10 years apart.
Yeah,
it's almost like, got to remember, when I was 20, he was 10. It was just,
Yeah, I guess that's true. You kind of really didn't grow up together, I guess the best.
No. The only thing I did with him was my dad was already gone, so when he graduated high school, when he went to his prom, I took my mom's Mercedes, and we I put on a black pair of pants and a white shirt with a black
chauffeured
tie,
him around.
and and took him to the prom and opened the door for him and all that.
Wow.
And that was kind of cool because everybody else had like limos and stuff, but he had a Mercedes. So I was like, you know. And then I took him to a hotel over on might have been Delray Beach or Pompano Beach, somewhere over there.
Yeah.
And
don't say I got him Coke. Don't say that. I had to drive.
No,
okay.
no.
All right, good.
No, but I did buy him a case of beer. and told all his friends, I said, you don't call me till tomorrow morning.
How does this guy not love you? You're buying him beer. You're driving him around in a Benz.
Because I wanted him to, I knew he was going to do something, so I wanted to try to have as much control as possible.
You should be his hero.
And then at 4 in the morning, I got a bang on the door.
Uh-oh.
And it's his girlfriend at the time. Mm-hmm. And there's a cab up front waiting for money.
Oh, no.
She put him in a cab.
Oh, no.
And drove him to the house because he was blasted.
Yeah, like one of those I remember my first beers situations. I
don't think it was his first, but this would be his first case maybe. And it was like, it was bad. So I put him to bed.
Yeah.
And then I took his girlfriend home. She lived down in off of Davie Road. Pretty far.
Yeah, that's way far.
Yeah, so I drove her home and I came back.
Came home at sunrise.
Took care of him, got a hangover fixed. And, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Crazy. But, so I did, but I did say to myself, after I had that conversation with him, I looked we talked for like 45 minutes and I said, it wouldn't kill me to pick up the phone once a month and to say, hey, what's going on? Because he told me when we were, besides that we talked about the scam stuff that we were talking about.
Yeah.
He had cancer.
What? What kind of cancer?
He had cancer.
What kind of cancer? For being in your dad's condo cancer?
Kidney cancer.
Oh, that'll kill your cancer. Yeah, that's not good.
Yes. And they went to go operate on him last month, and they ran another scan, and it's completely gone.
Huh.
No signs.
That's a miracle.
So he doesn't know if it was the difference between Port St. Lucie Hospital and the University of Miami Hospital or what. Because he went to the University of Miami. He finally wanted to get, that's a teaching hospital. And, that's where I got my burns worked on there. They did a good job of redoing my skin. You can already tell I got burnt all over my stomach and everything.
Back from the Michael Jackson Pepsi commercial you were shooting with him.
Very close, yeah, but not as much fun. Mine was actually a glass pitcher. I poured boiling water into it.
So you're just stupid.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Middle school.
What are you doing with a boiling pot of water in middle school?
My mom asked me to make tea.
You're doing it.
Sweet tea.
You're doing it wrong, son. Let's get you to the hospital.
No, she was at work.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was a big mess. Yeah. I don't even want to get into that. I'm letting out too much dirty laundry.
Yeah, we got all kinds of drama with you. Normally the drama is all with me. Mark actually has real drama. My drama is kind of bullshit compared to yours. Man.
But what a wild thing. Oh, and I hate to end on a sour note, but we're going to take a quick break after this because I don't want to spend.
Oh yes, let's end on a sour note, please.
Yes, Freckles is dying.
Your cat?
Yeah, my wife's cat. Yeah, which I've been married now for 6 years, so I guess it's my cat too.
Yeah, it's definitely your cat too. How do you?
But yeah, you and I are very similar when it comes to animals.
Yes.
And once you live with them for 2 days, all of a sudden it becomes part of the family.
Yeah, I don't care for cats, but I lived with Brian and his cat Elwood during the pandemic, and after that, and that cat liked me. That cat would jump up on my lap and sit on me. And I told you the story. Brian comes downstairs one morning, and I'm standing there holding the cat and looking out at the snow, and there's a chipmunk or something running around out there, and Brian just stops halfway down the stairs and just gasps. And I'm like, what? And he said, what are you doing? And I said, me and Elwood are looking at this squirrel out here running around, whatever it is. And he's like, no, you don't understand. That cat doesn't let anyone hold him but me. He's like, that cat won't let my daughter hold it. And he's just sitting there in your arms with his tail wagging. I'm like,
yeah, no.
Yeah, he jumps up on my lap too. He does what?
No, it's something about when the animals, once they get to know you and realize I don't know how they sense it, but they know really like real animal love.
Yeah.
Same with this, and then now it's like
that sucks.
She stays by herself. We got an appointment, but we wanted a couple of days, and she's dying, but she's not in pain. We have
good
medicine to keep her. Yeah. You know, she's kind of in the hospice stage. My wife was a hospice nurse, so she understands.
Oh, that's perfect.
How to make people die.
Oh, that explains why your wife is so nice. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Takes a certain kind of person for that.
Yeah. That's boy. For those of you who have not met Mark's wife, which is most people, you should really meet Mark's wife because she is absolutely awesome. You did.
She's a saint.
You did very well there.
Angel and everything put in.
And she's really cool too. She has great hair.
Yes. Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! If I hear one more person tell her about that hair,
she has great hair.
Women love her hair.
Yes. That's the one thing I think. I don't think about Mark's wife is so nice and so cool. I think she has the best fucking hair I think I've ever seen. My God,
the prettiest gray you've ever seen in my entire life.
How does she do it?
People pay for that kind of gray.
She's literally making me think about go gray like that. I'm like, there's no way I can pull that off. It's just, what does that cost her to do? I don't even want to know.
And the funny thing about it is, like, her hair, she's one of those people, she doesn't get a helmet. We're riding on a motorcycle, no helmet.
Oh, my God.
None.
Wow.
None. Gets up in the morning, hair looks like she just left the hairdresser.
Meantime, I'm having an existential crisis right now. I have one hat that is my favorite hat that my daughter bought me. It's a McLaren race car hat that's got the Gulf gas station logo on it. Fits my head perfectly. It's kind of tan. You can't really notice it, I guess. And anytime I have to wear a hat, I wear that hat. I got 15 hats around her. Don't wear any of them except for that one hat. And I lost it when I went to Pennsylvania. I don't know if I left it in my sister-in-law's house or if it's in the car or if I messed up and left it on the plane. I think it might be on the plane. So now, and you can't buy that hat anymore. So now I'm like, I'm on Amazon, I'm shopping hats, and I'm like, you can't buy a hat for me. You got to try the hat on. See what fits your head.
You can't do it online.
Now I'm sitting here thinking, all right, I guess I'm going to have to go to, where do I get a hat? Because I don't know. I have Dick's Sporting Goods. Is that where I have to go to get a hat? Do they have lots of hats there?
No, Lids.
Lids. Oh, yeah, they have that at the mall. I forgot about it. But now I'm going to pay fucking $50 for a hat. It's ridiculous.
Well, you might be able to find them for like 30s.
Yeah, but I'm going to want like an Atlanta Braves hat or an LA Dodgers hat, and it's got to be.
Well, they have everybody. They usually have everybody.
It's got to be in the right color. I had a blue LA Dodgers hat that I wore for about a decade. I love that. That was my convertible hat. But I don't know. It's a big problem in my life. That your wife will never have. Doesn't need hats.
No, doesn't need a hat at all.
I'm wearing a hat right now because I washed my hair yesterday, and I woke up today. I'm like, you need a ponytail and a hat. Put that and go find it. And now I'm wearing this stupid hat that doesn't fit me. It's just moving around. All right, let's take a break before I complain more. I'm sorry about your cat, and I don't want to think about it because I've been shopping dogs again. All right, before we leave. I found at the same Humane Society where we got Jane, I found another black and white Shih Tzu who's mostly white on the body, and the face looks a little bit like Jane. It's about 5 years old, about the same age Jane was when we got her. And I'm like, do I go get that dog, or am I just kind of replacing Jane? Is that bad? I don't. But this one's a boy dog.
We were talking about that today a little bit, saying about, and I said, well, that you're okay because it's been over a month, so it's not an impulse.
Oh no, dude. Yeah, I'm fucking
or emotional.
I'm fucking depressed. It might be an emotional buy. I hate to admit out loud that losing that, it's depressing around here. I hate it.
Yeah, you can also get a doctor to sign off on and get the dog trained. Your insurance will pay for it, so you can bring it with you wherever you go.
Service. Dana did that with Jane. She never got that crap. She was just like, I just tell everybody it's a service animal, and you're not allowed to ask me for what. That was what she did. She would take the dog into Publix. They would say, "Ma'am, you can't service animal. Do you have paper?" "Nope," and you can't ask me. And they know. And it was, okay, you got me.
Yeah, it's the law. Yeah, the law says you can't because it's discrimination.
Exactly. Yeah,
It's
I don't know, man.
It's a good catch-22.
I don't want to know that having that on my record might interfere with my gun permit. If you need to have a service
You're
animal,
right,
yeah.
because we may come down to that point sometime.
Yeah.
Where they're going to be looking for everything and see if you deserve.
Right. So I don't want to
do.
do.
You know how that is going to be. That's going to be, well, no. One time you actually had a brown crayon.
No.
Yeah,
one time you wore a tan suit to a serious event. No more gun permit. Yes.
I love that one.
I know, right? They still give Obama shit about that fucking 15 years later. Wears a tan suit one time. It was funny. In all fairness to him, it was very funny. And he should not have done it. But it was. All right. Let's take a break before we talk for a full hour because I don't know when to shut up.
All right.
Eroca and Mark. The phone call.
All right, we're back. And I was digging in the internet, like always. And
oh, no.
Places I probably don't belong.
What did you find? You're not looking at porn again, are you?
No.
Speaking of porn, real quick before you say it, I have a porn documentary that you should watch.
No, I can't.
I know you can't, but it's not about porn. It is something that I would have never watched in a million years had I not stumbled into it. Hold on. Where the hell is it? I got to find it. Porn lady, New York. Do you have HBO?
I have HBO Max, I think.
Yeah, that's it. This is a new documentary that I just stumbled into. And not porn lady. And if she wasn't really a porn lady, here it is. It's something I would have never watched in a million years, but I just stumbled into it on Sunday morning. And I was just like, what is this? Because anytime you see a documentary on HBO, it's going to be good. They make the best documentaries this side of 50 for 50 or 50 for 50 on ESPN.
Yeah, I know Kathleen's son is always telling us about documentaries he's seen on HBO.
I would watch a documentary on HBO about basketball, and I know nothing about basketball, care nothing about, and I've watched multiple documentaries about basketball that are fast. So this one is called "Bang My Box: The Robin Bird Story," and I see this, and I'm just like, what the hell? I don't want to watch it. It's about some lady in the 70s walking around with her tits hanging out. I don't want to watch this. Well, it turns out from 1977 to 98, the Robin Bird Show was a boundary-breaking late-night cable access program where it was sex positive is what it was. It wasn't salacious. There was no penetration or actual sex. But she was showed nudity on both sides of the fence. And they were just having a party and being very sex positive. They went through the whole AIDS crisis on how to be safe during that and, still have fun. And then they would go to the present where now she's a 70-year-old woman and her husband's 80 with Alzheimer's. And they're still walking around New York City, living in this little apartment with all of her videos. And they're trying to find somebody to catalog all of her shows, for historical purposes, because she was apparently extremely famous. I never heard of her. And I would have never watched this in a million years. But we start watching like the first 10 minutes and it's like, oh, let's see where this is going. Oh, she seems really nice. All right, let's keep watching this. And she does. She seems really nice. And she is really nice. And she was just... she had kind of a fucked up upbringing, getting kicked out of her house with her bad parents. And she ended up having to make her own way. She was probably in her early to mid 20s when she was doing the show. And she's great on camera. She's not the most gorgeous woman that you've ever seen, but she's pretty. But she's very funny and very well spoken. It ends up with the Supreme Court. She ends up in a Supreme Court battle in the 1980s when Ronald Reagan was fighting all the smut in the world and trying to stamp out smut everywhere. But they go into all the stuff that she did and that she stood up for and the people that she helped. And it's fascinating. She's a very nice person, and it was a very nice documentary about a subject that I normally would not even care about, because I don't care about.
What is it, on cable, like cable access?
Yeah. Back in the late 70s,
it's a wild show.
New York had to have, when you had a cable company, I guess they made some kind of a law that you have to give access to anybody who wants to be on. And she was just like, let's do a sex show, and because people will watch that. And boy, was she right. She got famous in New York, and then she ended up buying a house on Fire Island. Do you know what Fire Island is?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it too. I didn't know what it was. Apparently, it's like
I've heard of it only because I heard of that. That was big in the disco days.
Yes, but it's like this big gay mecca where all the gay people go.
Oh, that's why.
I guess it's on Long Island, and she has a place out. She's like the mayor of that place, even to this day. Everybody just loves her because of her history and who she is. But I'm telling you, dude, it is a fascinating documentary about something that I would have never thought that I would be interested in. It's like watching 60 Minutes. You ever watch 60 Minutes? Like, oh, they have a story on about border crossings in Chad in Africa. Oh, yeah, that's going to be interesting. And yeah, it's actually very interesting, and you learn a lot about Africa and Chad. And that's exactly what this documentary was like about a topic that I didn't think I would care at all about. But I was wrong.
We just found out we had HBO. We didn't know we had HBO.
Oh, so you've been paying for it for how long?
No. Her son was paying for it, but we didn't know we had access to it, and or we forgot.
Right.
And he was asking to see if we had HBO, because we were looking for something to watch after the fireworks show was over, And I said, I don't think we have HBO. He goes, yeah, you do. We have. Yeah, I counted mom's name. I said, oh, okay. And he goes, can you find it? I said, yeah, here it is. And I open it up, and it's like, here, put the password in, boom.
Well, if you want to watch a documentary about a very nice lady and her husband and how their lives turned out when they got old and what they did, that is all very positive stuff back in the 70s and 80s, then I think if you can they do show a lot of nudity in this documentary, but if you can be an adult and get past that,
I don't know. I might giggle.
I actually giggle. I'm like, Jesus, man, there's a guy's dong right there. Even blink that, even bleep that out. There it is. Look at that. But she's not doing anything with it. She's just kind of like, look at the dick. Yes, she's very funny too. It's definitely something to watch if you're interested in something that you didn't think you'd be. So anyway.
So it's not gratuitous sex.
There is nothing gratuitous about this documentary in any way.
Okay.
No, not at all. It's not salacious or meant to titillate. It's literally, this is what she was doing and this is how she did it. These are the people that she helped and affected, and what her show did for the city and for different communities in the city that she touched. And I shouldn't say touched, but you know what I mean. And I'd never heard of her. And apparently Sherry O'Terry did a whole thing on Saturday Night Live. She did a whole open of the Robin Bird show. So I started thinking, is this the CERN effect? Have I not heard of her because of the Large Hadron Collider and the Mandela effect? Maybe this is a new thing that happened in a timeline that I don't remember, which I think is where you were going before I interrupted you about CERN.
Yeah, well, talking about that, that's what one thing that brought me back to this thing was the same thing. Was yesterday we were watching. Remember that? You remember Jay? Oh gosh.
Well, the Matrix has you too, huh? You're confused now.
Jay, what was his last name? Jay. Gosh, you'll know who I'm talking about.
You can call me Ray, or you can call me Jay.
He was a comedian / DJ in like Los Angeles.
Oh, he's the guy who was on Cheers. Yeah, what the hell is his name? Jay.
Kind of controversial.
Yeah,
you know
He had like curly hair, and he was a.
Yeah. He's actually pretty funny.
He played Carla's husband on Cheers, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
I think he did. Let me see. Jay Thomas.
Yes. Yeah, because he had his own show called Love and War.
Yes.
And we were watching an old episode of that, and he had made a mention. He goes, "Oh, it's something about being excited." He says it's like the door every day. Every day that somebody knocks on your door and you open up, and Ed McMahon's there with a Publishers Clearinghouse check.
Right.
Waiting for you, and it's like, and I looked at Catherine. I go, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that?" According to what we're supposed to believe now, he worked for something American publishing.
Right.
I said, but they said it like everyone else says it.
Well, I just Googled it here, and it says Ed McMahon never worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. He worked for American Family Publishers.
So why would a CBS show say that?
Because it says here, millions of people confidently remember McMahon arriving at front doors with balloons and a big check. But that never happened. So the Publishers Clearinghouse never used a celebrity spokesperson. They did a prize patrol thing to surprise winners on camera instead. McMahon's winners were notified by phone or by mail, and then they met him on a soundstage. So he never knocked on anybody's door. He never worked for a Publishers Clearinghouse.
Even in a TV show, there's a reference to
Well, because everybody remembers that.
So, I mean, and that Mandela effect, which was really interesting. I saw a 10-year-old kid explain everything about the timeline.
Oh, really? What? A 10-year-old
kid? It's really
kid?
Cool.
What did he say?
It's a 10-year. Yeah, look it up and see if we can find it. I saw it on the reels when I was going through looking at Mandela effect stuff, and he's talking about how the Mandela effect was done and how the timelines work. And here's the timeline we're on now, but this is the timeline we were on before. And he's just
oh, I did see this kid. I remember this kid. He disappeared, only he didn't disappear. I looked into him. I did. Yeah, I saw him explain this, and his name is Max Laughlin, and he suggests that the Mandela effect occurs when CERN, the Large Hadron Collider, slightly alters a fundamental electron's weight, and this microscopic shift allegedly destroys our original universe and catapults us into a parallel timeline, creating anomalies in our memory. And I did see a whole 20-minute YouTube video on this kid. I know they talked about him on Joe Rogan. They talked about him on a couple of podcasts.
Really. I mean, he sounded like a professor the way he was explaining.
Yeah, he is
smart kid. Definitely with that little kid voice.
Definitely one of the smartest kids in the world. And then there was this weird thing that he disappeared, but he didn't disappear. He deleted all of his social media accounts, and because he didn't want to be famous, and he ended up like going to college, and now he works for some big company. He's not, he didn't disappear. He wasn't a time traveler, Yeah, the kid's got some pretty good perspective, man. He raises some questions. A 13-year-old kid.
It blew me away. I was like, what is this guy doing? It's like, holy cow. It's like, this kid's pretty sharp.
Yeah, I remember here it says CERN. He says CERN collapsed multiple timelines many years ago, which created situations that we now call the Mandela effect. So that would certainly explain a lot of things about why things are so fucked up right now. It really was.
Well, I was looking at this reel from this other podcast place. It's the podcast is called Macrodosing.
Oh, did we talk about that?
And I don't think so, because it was just fairly new. We're talking about what he was talking. Well, we might have talked about them before.
Yeah,
but he was talking about the fact that CERN has shut down now for 4 years and due to reopen again at 2030.
Oh, great.
And I kept wondering, everybody keeps 2030 is like a hot number right now. That's when we're supposed to go to the banking.
Yeah. So is 2025. So is 2027. That's when the aliens are going to come. We're going to have full disclosure. None of that shit's going to happen. Nothing. It's the same thing as people standing on street corners saying Jesus is coming on September 17th of next year. It never happens. Nothing ever happens.
Well, we may never know, but I believe that we're going to go to a centralized money system and all that.
Maybe.
I believe that.
Maybe the economy certainly seems to be.
I believe we're going to get. I believe that if we had, unless you have the amount of money that you need to be in that circle.
Yeah, believe me, I've thought about.
If you're just a millionaire, that's not going to be enough to buy your way.
I thought about throwing $10,000 into Bitcoin.
They're going to take that
I think it's going to be Bitcoin. And I thought about throwing like $10,000 into Bitcoin just for funsies, just to leave it there and see what happens.
Well, you got kids out there like living like millionaires, like
Yeah.
on doing that stuff.
Yeah, one of them is the son of a president. He's making all kinds of money in crypto.
People, yeah. I mean, they're just having fun with it. It's
Yeah.
they have enough what they used to call it, the FU money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just play money at this point.
Yeah, so it's like to them, like if they lost 10 grand, I lost 10.
Yeah,
grand.
that's like me saying, "What did I do with that? Didn't I have a quarter I was going to put in the gum machine?"
Yes, exactly.
I got another quarter here somewhere.
Yeah, because I'm more likely to start pulling up cushions underneath the couch to see if my dollar is there.
Yeah. I'm going to be living.
But 10 grand, 10 grand, I would be crying.
10 more years, I'm going to be living on that couch because I'm not going to have enough money to go and be anywhere. So save me a space. If I find change, I'll give it to you.
So you don't think that CERN thing is true then?
No, I love a good conspiracy.
Well, what are they doing
just
then
don't.
with that thing? What do they want to do?
So have you seen the video of the lady who claims to have worked there? And she says, she's like, no, this is what we're really doing. And we're there. Remember what the hell was the name of that movie? Oh God, or not movie, the TV show with MacGyver in it. After MacGyver, what the hell is the name of it?
It's not Quantum Leap, right?
No, not Quantum Leap. Hold on. How do I not know what this is? It's where they opened up the portal when it took them to another planet or another reality.
Okay, now I can. Yes.
The hell is the name? All right, hold on. Richard Dean Anderson is MacGyver's name. Let me look that up. Richard Dean Show Portal.
What was the name of that thing?
Stargate. So Stargates apparently are. I've heard all kinds of wild theories about Stargates. Are you ready for my wildest theory about Stargate?
Yes.
There apparently exist natural stargates in certain places on the planet. And the most important one they figured out was, guess where, in the late 1980s. They figured out where it was, and the Americans had to find a way to control it. That's right, Mark. What did we invade in 1991 in January?
Was it Grenada?
It was Iraq.
Oh, okay.
We actually invaded Iraq to get control of the portal that Saddam Hussein.
I know there's something in Iraq more than just bad people.
Yeah, and so
there's bad people there too.
It's just like, so the TV show Stargate is apparently a real thing. There's this like ring-shaped portal called the Stargate that allows you to travel across the universe, and on the TV show they were using it to fight aliens and fight people from different dimensions or whatever. I only watched a few. I didn't watch all of those. I just watched a few episodes, but
gotcha.
That might be a real thing. And there might be numerous Stargates around the world. And I'm not sure what CERN has to do with that or anything. Or maybe that's what they're doing at CERN. Maybe they have one. They've created an artificial one there. I don't know. But the lady who was talking about what's going on at CERN with these interdimensionals coming and going through there is very weird. And it's not that I don't believe her. It's just that it's one of those, really? And CERN has also been blamed for some recent things. Do you remember the Miami Mall incident from a few years ago?
Yes, I do remember. That was wild.
Those apparently are the same beings that access our dimension using whatever they're doing at CERN. And somebody messed up the coordinates, and these things ended up materializing in the middle of a mall in Miami. And that's why there were.
I've been in that mall. It's an outdoor mall.
Yeah,
it's like I've been there before.
But there were these like
right there by the
10,
downtown.
12 foot tall, shadow-like creatures that showed up in the middle of the mall, scaring the shit out of everybody.
They were trying to say that it was like some kids with fireworks.
They were saying it was. They were saying that it was a fight. Yeah.
They said every police car
from Broward and Dade,
Miami and Broward.
Yeah, and if you look at the video and I saw the video that night,
the police cars.
There's 150 police cars on Miami Beach. Yeah, and that is unusual. That doesn't just happen.
For that, no. Yeah,
when that freaking condo collapsed, they didn't have 150 police cars down there. So.
No.
That was strange to me. Now
that was the day after New Year's. That was January. It was a January 1st.
Yep.
I remember that story.
I
kept thinking they're hiding something.
But again, as much as I want to believe it, there's no evidence of it other than some probably fake cell phone video. But then everybody else is saying, the police were confiscating everybody's phones. Were they? That sounds a little crazy that people would allow the police to confiscate their phones and you wouldn't hear more about it,
Yeah, I would think that somebody would get that footage somewhere.
Right.
Now they may be greedy and try to sell it to somebody.
Well, there is footage out there that people are claiming is real. And it's the internet. I mean, when's the last time you believed everything you saw on the internet?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. And as much as I would love to believe that that's true, I just can't because, it's the internet.
And then if you ask the internet if it's true, they're telling you the truth.
Ask it 10 different times. It'll give you 10 different ways it is and 10 different ways it isn't.
Well, somebody told me, or no, it wasn't somebody told me. I saw that the other day where they said that when you go through AI, through the Google search and all that, it's learning you and learning your opinion. So it's going to give you what you want.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. That's what AI and algorithms do. All right. So here, the Miami Mall incident and CERN are two entirely separate phenomena that were stitched together in a popular internet conspiracy theory, is what my AI says here. And it says New Year's Day, the reality of what happened at the Bayside Marketplace in downtown Miami is a fight broke out between. You okay? Oh, CERN.
Yeah.
CERN got you. Oh my God, he's had to mute the microphone because I'm making him laugh while he's having a possible heart attack. I don't have the number for 911, Mark. Are you all right?
Yes.
All right. So apparently, the reality is that a fight broke out between 50 and 60 juveniles with some people setting off fireworks that sounded like gunfire. That caused a stampede, prompting a massive citywide police deployment. And the rumor now, my AI says, that there are videos of the chaos circulating online and that the police were actually responding to a breach by 8 to 10 foot tall shadow aliens or extraterrestrials. The Miami Police Department officially debunked these claims, confirming, no aliens, no power outages, no airport closures, no nothing. But you see some of the video that I saw the night that happened I remember seeing clearly on Facebook and on Instagram of these giant shadows. And the cops are pointing their guns and they're all, kind of running up and running back. But
I do remember that.
You can clearly see the police and how tall they are. And you can see all the lights that are shining. And I understand if you shine a light that it can cast a pretty tall shadow depending on how far the subject is from the wall. But you can see that there are some subjects that are right by the wall. They're like really close to the wall. And the shadow is 2 stories tall. And it's like, I really want to think that that's just a trick of the light, but shit, man, I don't know. It's just now I have doubt.
I do remember that, though.
Yeah.
I remember that. And they try to brush it away real quick.
They absolutely. There's a lot of things that have been. Speaking of brushed away real quick. It turned up on Reddit yesterday. Do you know what else got brushed away real quick that I believe actually is a conspiracy?
What's that?
Of huge proportions that has been completely swept under the rug. Nobody talks about. Do you remember?
Okay, wait a minute.
What is it?
That's a great tease.
We got to take a break.
Erica and Mark. The phone call.
All right, so I'm not sure CERN has anything to do with this, but it is the most interesting. It's kind of turned into a cover-up that I think I have ever seen this side of did we ever go to the moon? And that is the MGM shooting at Las Vegas in 2017. Do you remember that?
Okay, I do remember that.
Do you remember how many people got killed?
Yes, and it was supposed to be one person in a hotel, right?
Yeah, one guy with thousands of rounds and pounds of ammunition and guns. How did he get all that shit up there? Yeah, I know. And he's just a guy. He was, why would he do it? B, who was he trying to kill? And C, how many people did they kill? Did they kill like 50? So hold on, let's see. How many people actually got killed? 58 people got killed. Almost 500 people were shot in that.
It was an outdoor country concert, right?
Yeah. But nobody says shit about that anymore. And there's never really been any answers about why this guy did it, how he really
Nobody
did
even
it.
brings it up about when they want to do gun control talk.
Right. You would think that would be the biggest thing. This guy killed 58 people all by himself. No one's ever had that kind of a record before. Right. And nobody ever talks about it. Nobody, lost it. And the hotel where it happened, it's still there. It's, they're still having concerts and haven't had anything like that happen since. So, I don't know. That is a conspiracy that I would love to know more about. There was a documentary some years ago that I think CBS did, and I don't know whatever happened to it. I should look that up. But that's been 9 years ago already. And maybe that's why.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. Wow. It says here, in the aftermath of the massacre, then President Donald Trump banned bump stocks, which allows any rifle to fire like a machine gun. But is that what this guy was really using? And if this guy was able to get that many guns and that much ammunition, did he need to get a bump stock, or could he just go get a machine gun? It doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense. None of it. So I don't know, man. I would love to know more about that.
He got killed, right? That's why they can't even ask.
Of course,
right? Wasn't he killed?
Yeah. I don't know if he killed himself or if the police got him or what happened, but I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird stuff that it's one of those where there's smoke, there's fire. Hey, nothing to see over here. Oh, look over there. And yeah.
Well, they really move. The news cycle moves quickly. They move on to the next thing. If it's not one that they can really hang their, which I would think this one would be a good one to hang on to, because this is the one that could really maybe push you over try to push you over the finish line. I don't think it's ever going to happen.
No.
You would have to literally change the Constitution.
I told you, I know how to fix the media. I know how to do it. You're not going to like it, but I know how to do it.
What's that?
You cannot sell, if you do the news or if you do political opinion related content, you cannot sell commercials. You cannot have sponsors. You cannot be monetized in any way.
Oh yeah, because that would stop the clickbait in an instant.
Instantly. And it would take all the profit out of being salacious. People like Alex Jones would never exist.
No, because there's no money in it.
Right, exactly. Alex Jones did what he did because, I'll be honest, he was damn entertaining at what he did. Was he telling the truth? Who am I to say? But it certainly looks like he was doing a lot of shit just for clicks and for money. And he was like, what?
Well, I mean, that's the where we used to think that was sensationalized, and that was just something like some shows did, some didn't. Where these guys that are coming out now are all doing that.
Everybody.
I mean, I don't see anything on my news feed or anything else that is not over the top, and it's got these things that go. I don't know. I'm just going to make something up. Let's just say that a store got robbed.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Pandemonium broke out into so and so. And it's like, and then you read, it's like, no, there was a robbery.
Right. So I mean,
this, it's bad, but it's not pandemonium.
I have this app on my phone called All Sides, and the stories that it covers will tell you exactly where they got this information from. So here's a story right now that's really big in the news today. It's about the Democratic Senate candidate Graham Planter up in Maine, who's gotten accused of sexual assault by his former girlfriend. So you got three headlines here, and it even says from the right. Here's what the right is saying about this story. Graham Planter is about to get the Biden treatment from Democrats. And that is from the Washington Examiner. From the Center, which is from the Hill, Planter's unraveling may keep the Senate in play for Democrats. And here's what the left is saying from The Atlantic. With Graham Plantner, Democrats got drunk on the beer test. So I don't know what that means, but I like beer. And I didn't know there would be a test. But those are three very different headlines about the same story. Yeah. And it's, here's another one where it says mixed reports frame Israeli government as threat to local Christians is what the overall headline is. So from the left at the Washington Post, the left is saying as Christians are attacked in Israel, government shows little concern. And then the center is the Anadolu Agency. They're saying Lebanese Christian majority villages reject Netanyahu's claim. Oh, crap. I just clicked on the story and gave them money. Reject Netanyahu's claim that they sought to join Israel. And from the right, at the Breitbart News, which is run by who? Who's that? He's that gross guy who worked for Trump, who's got the skin hanging off his face and the really bad skin and the blonde hair. What the hell's his name?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, him. After displacing hundreds of thousands, Netanyahu claims Lebanese Christians want Israel to annex their villages. That's what the right is saying over there at Breitbart. Those are three very different stories. But you know what? All three of them are going to make money for somebody.
Yeah, I know. That's all they do. They spend their entire time and they don't really care if it's the truth or anything.
Right, exactly. They want to give their spin on whatever they want the narrative to be.
Yeah.
And some people would argue, well,
but you're right. If ABC wants to have a news, it's great for them. Or CBS, Fox, all of them. All you have to do is turn your news into a nonprofit.
Yes.
And then here's what it is. It's a tax write-off for you because you're losing money on that.
Yes. But there are also
you don't need a high-profile personality person that's because all they're going to do is read facts.
Well, you're going to need guidelines too. And if you even stray towards giving an opinion, you got to put it up on the screen in big red font. This is an opinion, not
opinion
fact.
Alert, opinion alert.
Yes, opinion alert. These are not facts. These are what we think you should think.
That's excellent.
And if they could do something like that, it would change the way that we get our information. And, I saw something very interesting when of course, anytime you're talking about unbiased news, who do they bring up? Who's the last unbiased newsman that anybody in America could trust?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know. Come on.
All of them.
No. That we could trust. Who's the guy that?
Could trust.
Who's the guy that everybody? Who's the last person that everybody watched because everybody trusted him?
Oh, I would guess that would be
Walter Cronkite. Yes, absolutely.
Because he didn't give a rat's butt.
He
if
didn't
liked
care.
him or not.
He would talk shit about Johnson losing the war in Vietnam, or he would talk shit about the scandal with the Democrats. He didn't care. It was if it was news, he was going to tell you what was going on. And now, since there's so much time has passed between people who actually watched him and trusted him, those people are largely gone. Yeah.
Yes. I was a kid.
So now the right is painting Walter Cronkite as a bleeding heart liberal. And they seem to be doing that because a lot of the stories that he reported on were very derogatory toward the Republican Party, like Richard Nixon and, who actually might have killed Kennedy. And anything that goes against a Republican or a conservative agenda that Walter Cronkite just reported on has turned him, in their eyes, into a bleeding heart liberal. And they're glad that he's gone because America was brainwashed by this bleeding heart liberal.
No, we didn't get brainwashed until recently.
No, exactly. We used to watch
the last 20 years or so.
We used to watch Walter Cronkite doing the news, and if anybody told Walter Cronkite what to do, he would have just told them, well, I'm just not going to report on your story until I get away from you, and then I'm going to tell everybody what you tried to do to me. That's what Walter Cronkite would do. Yeah. And we don't have that anymore.
No, we don't have anybody like that.
No, nowhere.
They may say so, but it's not true.
No, it's
they don't have an agenda. I mean, it's kind of hard to say something when you have an opinion because everyone has an opinion of something. But if you were just like you said, just read the facts. It may be boring.
Yep.
You know that it was. There's the date. Here's the time that happened. This is what happened, and this is what happened afterwards, and that's all we have, and that's the end of it.
Exactly. But
it'd be boring, but you would just get the facts.
Yeah, I know. Well,
everything's an editorial now. I mean, even the print is like it's.
Nobody reads print anymore. You're the last person.
What's amazing to me is like, you know, I had to cut them off. Because Rolling Stone magazine stopped telling me about music.
Rolling Stone magazine had not only it's good that they did that because they've been so wrong for so many decades. Rolling Stone magazine didn't like Dark Side of the Moon, dude. I mean, how can you trust? You can't trust that magazine in any era. When it comes to music, you know, they're like, Eric Clapton is the most overrated guitar player ever. Is he though? Is he?
Yeah, that's true. But it's like now all they talk about is politics stuff. It's like, no, I don't come to you for that. I know who was there first, the Rolling Stones band or Rolling Stones
band. Rolling Stone magazine didn't come out until the late 60s, early 70s, and the Stones been around since
the Rolling Stones
62,
say we want our
63.
Back.
Yeah, well,
they should take it back.
Yeah, I don't know why they never. We should look into that to see if the Rolling Stones ever sued Rolling Stone for trying to steal that name.
Yeah. I mean, why would they even use that name? Because it was like a Rolling Stone, unless they were trying
Because, Mark, they're all about moving forward. A Rolling Stone does what?
Gathers no
That
moss.
is correct. But the Rolling Stones, that's plural. There's a whole bunch of them. They got Charlie Watts. They got Mick Jagger.
Yeah, that's true.
Funny, Charlie Watts
and
was the
I'm going to
first
tell you
one.
what, whatever moss that Keith Richards isn't collecting, they should bottle it.
And you know, like the internet always says, we need to really stop and think about what kind of world we're leaving for Keith Richards.
I love that.
That's so true.
That's so true. I'm going to tell you, that guy's going to outlive me.
I believe it. He's going to outlive all of us.
I make a prediction.
Yeah. I think it's because every Tuesday he probably goes and gets his blood changed out with that of a 17-year-old virgin. That's the only way he's still alive. Who wants to sell Keith some blood this week? I'd
like to know. I don't know who it was. Somebody's not feeling well, and they decided not to tour on this new album they put out, which I thought was interesting because they always tour.
Who, the Rolling Stones?
Yeah,
well, I think they had a limited tour. Did you see Rush? Rush is obviously on that big comeback tour with their new girl drummer, and
the girl's good.
She's great, but they had to cancel a show last week because Geddy was, quote, sick. And I think what might be happening, and it's the same thing that kind of happened to Roger Daltrey. Me and Dana saw the Who when they were in Tampa on their last tour, and I think it was their first show of the entire tour. And they were good. Roger could still sing. He was a little, and they kind of cut the show. You know, the show was like an hour and 20 minutes long. It wasn't a long show. And then he played another show the next night. I forget where it was. It was like, you know, New Orleans or Atlanta or something. Then the third night they were supposed to be in Texas, and they canceled that show, and they never played again. And I hope that's not what's happening with Geddy. It's like you guys got to quit scheduling like 3 or 4 shows in a week. Do one show a week, and then
Man, I was them. Honest to goodness, I would only hit major markets.
And I would literally do one show a week, and then that gives Geddy a whole week to relax his voice and take care of himself. Because, dude, you're in your 70s, man. Your body. I understand your spirit of radio is willing, but your body, the body electric is not.
Yes.
It's not. You can't do it.
No, I'm going to tell you, as a person approaching 70, I'm slowing way down.
Dude, I'm approaching 60 and I'm slowing way down, but I also have a new knee and arthritis and massive depression.
I can do what I can do, but
I
I tell you one thing. There's a time where I have to say, okay, I'm done for the day.
Mm-hmm.
I've done enough.
How many naps do you take?
I don't take any naps during the daytime.
Let me recommend something that's very bad for you, but will actually work really well. Just do it once a week. Just pick a day when you know you're going to be your most tired, and do this one thing. And you may or may not be able to tell. I did this thing today. I had a Celsius with my lunch. It's a lot of caffeine. If you just do it in moderation, it's not going to kill you. Not going to hurt you. But what that's going to do for me is I'm not going to need a nap at 5:30 like I did yesterday. I slept from.
If I took a nap at 5:30, I wouldn't sleep.
That's what happened to me. I just fell asleep in my chair at like 5:30, and I woke up. I'm like, what time is this? It's almost 7. God damn it! And then I'm sitting there last night playing my airplane game at midnight, going like, you got to go to bed. You got to. I know you're not tired, but you got to go to bed right now. And now I don't have a dog to talk to, so I sound like a crazy person talking to myself alone here in my house. That's really the reason.
You're still talking to the dog?
Yeah, I'm talking to myself now because I don't have the dog to talk to anymore.
Oh, okay.
And I find myself waking up in the morning at 6:45 because that's when the dog got up to go out. Now I'm awake at 6:45, and I'm opening the door and I'm like, "Let's go outside, Jane," and she's not here. That's crazy too, right? Yeah.
No, it's just kind of like a muscle memory, you know. It's just something you used to do.
Oh, I know she's not here. I don't even know why I say it. I just say it. I miss that stupid dog.
Well, sometimes even around here, I still talk about my dog like it's here.
Yeah.
My old dog that David has now.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, and I'm saying when I was down visiting when my grandson graduated high school, I was down visiting for a weekend. And it was like I kept calling for the cat. Mm-hmm. That's like, you know, no, you're in Florida. Cat's not here. Nice try.
All right. Well, let's end this debacle because it's been over an hour now, and I need to get back on the internet and find a dog. So you have a lovely week, and I'll talk to you next week. And I'm very sorry about your cat. Here we are, ending on a down note.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. The cat will allow dogs to be around her on the other side of Rainbow Bridge. And that way she can catch up with Jane.
Let me ask you this.
Hang out.
Let's end this on a happy note. Have you thought about consulting a taxidermist and having the cat completely stuffed and kind of standing over there in the corner by the TV? Or
Actually, I did think about that, but I didn't mention it to her.
I thought about that with Jane. Just Jane like standing, like she always stood. Then you just kind of put her over by the door and just kind of look at her once in a while.
Did you do the Paul thing?
Yeah. We did that, and
that's what she was.
I also picked up some of her hair when they were shaving her to give her lethal injection, and I shoved in a little keychain of a paw and gave the hair to Dana. But yeah, so I was like, we should get this dog stuffed, and then we could just put her by the door and just say, Jane, you want to go outside? And she just would stand there. Jane, if you still love me, just stand there. Don't move, Jane. But you know what I'm afraid of?
No, huh?
I'm afraid that I would wake up in the middle of the night and that fucking thing would be on my bed. And that's the last thing. How did that get here? I live alone. That's why. That's the real reason I didn't do it. And it was $3,000. So that's
the other. Okay, that will stop that.
The other real reason.
All right. Well, see you later.
Yeah, man. Have a good week and talk to you soon.
Erica and Mark.
Bye.
Yeah.
The phone call.